What's up? Welcome to Platform TV. I'm your host, Andrew Hughes. Today on the show, we're going to be talking to Juice from Move the Crowd Records and video director Tim Van Damen about a 3-part video series that's been created for new group Kids in Space. So let's get into it. How important do you think the video is for the Kids in Space project?
You want to have a video for it if you want to get it out there, you know, you want some traction with it. Video plays a massive part of that, I think. A good video can do massive amounts for a song, you know what I mean?
So why do you think that Move the Crowd decided to go with Tim Van Damen for the 3-part series for Kids in Space?
It came off him doing the video for Friday, for Smash Proof for Friday. And we were like, it's crazy, it's cool. It's like, wow, that sort of style would really suit Kids in Space, you know what I mean? Because they're sort of a bit left field, taking it, you know, sort of somewhere different. And Tim has that. Kirk and the director always spend a lot of time working out the ideas.
We have like a big, long dialogue about what we're going to do and how we're going to handle it and stuff. And then once that's settled, then I get on and just start developing it further.
And especially when you've got, you know, a grant of $5,000, which limits, you know, the technical side of things.
I come from an art school background, so I'm used to doing stuff with no money. I kind of like to think that I spend the money on the video, like you should see every one of those dollars on screen.
So how long did it take you to actually shoot the entire series of videos, the 3?
How long did downtime take? We shot that over maybe 3 days. Just saw this credit sequence a long time ago, which used kind of like space type guys, and they just use a beach as a background.
Sure.
And I thought it just worked really well, and I wanted to do a similar kind of thing in a more kind of kitsch kind of way.
How about Ocean of Drugs?
Yeah.
That was more so like it didn't actually involve any of the people from Kids in Space.
Yeah. Well, that was really, really, really low budget. The time-lapse photography to me was like, that's cool as a backdrop, but you need some narrative in there, and I just thought, what's the absolute most minimal narrative that you could possibly have? And then I thought, well, what about the whole idea of them is that they've come from somewhere else, so what about if it is just this kind of comet just flying through this time-lapse photography that you can just see in the distance. Mm-hmm. And then maybe at the end it comes right down and crashes, and I wanted it to look like old kind of UFO sighting footage kind of stuff, so I kind of degraded it a lot and made it look like 8mm.
So can you tell us about the next video, the 3rd video in the series?
It's for Lose My Cool. It starts with the end of Downtime and it ends with the start of Ocean of Drugs, and then it goes, like the graphics get a little bit better, and then it kind of starts to fall to bits, the whole kind of computerish thing, and starts being outside of computers, and they're in actual real space, and it gets very strange, and it's carnage, like it just turns into chaos.
How important is putting that video online nowadays?
Huge, I think. Massive, especially with where you can watch sort of how many hits you're getting, you know, how many people have watched it, sort of gives you an idea of like, oh, okay, you know, yeah, there's a buzz out there for this, it's sort of happening, kids are starting to watch it, and then as you watch it climb to do with like, i.e. if you've got radio play going on, or you've done a promotion or something, and then you have a look at, you know, YouTube or whatever, and it's all of a sudden it's jumped 1,000 or something, it sort of tells you, well, that worked or that didn't. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you stay tuned into nzmusicvideos.com for all the latest music videos, and of course the 3rd video in the Kids in Space series, Lose My Cool. I'm your host Andrew Hughes, and today we're going to leave you with the latest single by Kids in Space called Downtime. Peace.
Spirit, you define what it means to be divine. I am lifted by the way conflicted, make me act a little different. This is something so terrific. Bust a look in your the size of your make my meter swagger is the come take a shorty. This is down. Now take my hand, make me your man. We can go spend some down.